Hello there and welcome. I'm Ole Brøgger, and if you're new here, I really hope I'll earn your subscription today. I'm not done with this template yet, and there's something I need to fix before I move on. I found some issues and there's something I want to improve. One of the worst is actually this roof. I've hated it since I made it, and I want to have it more angled towards the air. And this is possible now since I made the hallways. So we have a lot of work to do. Why don't we get started? I was never satisfied with the roof on the library for the temple, but I had to do it because it would have covered up the window in the prayer hall. But after I have built the hallways between the buildings, it now allows me to give it a better angle. First, I will cut off the roof from the walls. I will try to reuse everything as much as I can, especially the walls, because the window openings fit so well over the windows in the bottom part of the building. And luckily, it was pretty easy to use my box cutter to cut off all the walls without damaging anything. I just needed to clean up the walls from the hot glue, and this was pretty much it for the walls. Now I need to cut off the gables of the roof. I don't even want to call it a gable because there's not much to it. But I think I can cut it off and reuse most of the roof. I might need to extend it, but let's see how it goes. I'll also need to remove this support beam, but I think I can just rip it off. I won't be using that anyway. Now the roof is a bit more flexible and I can get the angle I want. However, I don't think it's long enough to cover the walls, but let's try to make a test fit. Yeah, we need to extend it, but I think I have an idea of how to do this. But first, I will need to cut up a couple of triangles for the new gables. The original gables were made by laser cutter, but I think it's just as fast to cut it by hand. And this one looks okay, just needs some sanding and it seems to fit. Now I just need to cut out one more that matches the other side and smooth everything out with a piece of sandpaper. Under the roof ridge, I think the roof is long enough so I can extend it. I'll just rip off the old roof ridge and make a new one that will cover up the gap. And in that way, I don't even need to put in new roof shingles. And the usual stuff, I forgot to press the record button, but I used my hot glue gun to glue in all the gables. I also glued in a new support beam to make the roof a bit stronger. Now I just need to attach the roof to the walls. And I will just use my hot glue gun for this. I've cut out some 1x1 inch roof ridge shingles to cover up the gap. After the glue has set, I'll use some Mod Podge mixed with black paint to bind everything together. I used the Hydro Turquoise from the Army Painter, and this time I won't use it by airbrush or spray because I don't want to overspray the walls. So I will just paint it by hand. For the gables I will use this mid-grey craft paint. It's just a cheap paint, but it has a pretty good coverage. I used some blue toned wash from the Army Painter, but I noticed that the color match from the Hydro Turquoise wasn't equal to the other one, and I couldn't cover everything up and make it match. So I think I'll need to paint the rest of the roof and then put on the wash. And while the roof is drying up, I will use some white pan pastel to dry brush the gables. Now this roof looks a lot better. Now I can use the blue tone wash. I'll just drop it directly onto the roof and spread it out with the brush. Now it just needs to dry up and the roof is pretty much done. Now we can move on to the next little improvement. For playability around the prayer hall, I'll have to cut out the end wall with the window and install some magnets. I used a new sharp blade in my box cutter and it just went through the foam like butter. I used a small round file to mark up where I wanted to install the magnets. And I used a pencil to widen up the hole. I used some hot glue in the hole and put in a magnet. I have put another magnet on top of the installed magnet and I'll just press down to make a mark in the opposite side of the wall. And then I can install the magnet here. It's just important to have the right polarity. And it snaps on perfectly. Now I just need to give it some paint. I'll use the same mid-gray paint as I did on the gables. I'll just put it directly on the foam since it's just a small area and I think the coverage is okay. To make the color match the rest of the wall, I will mix in some black paint. It became a bit too dark, but I don't think it matters because I'm going to dry brush it with some pan pastels and then it will be almost perfect. Everything is dried up and we have a removable wall. I think this will improve the playability around the player hall a lot. These are the old shrines from the temple. And I think they are okay, but I just need something more special. So I printed some new ones where I have removed the orb in the top of the shrine. I also made a hole in the bottom, and now I just need to drill a full hole and install a glass marble. I want to install some LED lights so I can illuminate the orb. I used my rotary tool with a 2mm drill, and then I'll need to paint it. I'll use some grim black speed paint to give it a dark surface with some built-in highlights. To improve the highlights, I will use this ash gray and a dry brush. For the rest of the details, I will use this death metal metallic paint from the army painter. This is the same metallic paint I have used in the rest of the temple. I will use some super glue to attach the glass marble on top of the shrine. And I think even without light, it looks awesome. Now I just need to figure out how I will illuminate it. I'll try these electronic candle lights and I think this looks pretty good. But if you notice, you can only see the light if you look directly down from the top of the shrine. I'll try to paint it with some matte varnish just to diffuse the light a bit more. And I think this improved the lightning effect. It's like there's a texture inside the ball now. Now I'll try to use some different colors. I have this multicolored fairy light and I think the effect is pretty cool. I just need to drill a couple of holes so I can install the wires. And this time it was actually nice that I could remove the wall, which gave me some more space. I used a round file to drill some holes, making sure they are wide enough to pull a wire through. I will use 4 different colors from this fairy light. And lucky enough, there is exactly 4 different colors: a white, purple, blue and green. I know I will waste a lot of lights on this because I don't want to cut the wire. I'll just pull one color of each through the holes. But the light from these LEDs is so faint, I can barely see it illuminating the orb. And I think I'll have to come up with another solution. And I have found these old school LEDs. They're running on 5 volt and I think they should be bright enough to illuminate the orb. And even on this 3 volt battery, they are just a lot more brighter. I decided that each of these LEDs will be running on their own battery pack. And in that way, it will also give me the benefit that I can turn each shrine on and off independently. Now I just have to sacrifice these fairy lights to get the battery packs. I'll just have to pre-solder the wire, prepare some heat shrink so it won't short out, and then I can solder on the LEDs. If you notice here, I used a white LED instead of the yellow. I thought the yellow LED was a bit too orange, so I found this white instead and I think it looks pretty cool. Some heat from the lighter and the first LED is done. Now I just have to do 3 more. I will put all the battery packs along the edge of the building, so I will get an easier access to the power button. Mark up where I'm going to cut and use my hot knife to melt away the foam. I use some hot glue to install the battery packs. The positioning of the battery packs makes it so easy to turn on the lights. I'll use a tiny drop of hot glue along the edge and the bottom of the shrine, and then they won't go anywhere. I really think the temple needed these improvements before I can move on. Especially the roof on the library, that annoyed me a ton. Now the gables will match the prayer hall, and the light in the prayer hall was also a nice improvement to have, since I now have a light in the observatory and the laboratory. But let's have a look at the final result. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate you being here. And in next week, we're going to have a look at some stuff a friend sent me. In the future, we are going to build the temple garden where the monks can harvest some herbs, and we may be making a secret door for a heist of some sort. This is going to be very interesting. I still need some stuff that's going to be sent to me for the garden, so it will have to wait about 2 weeks. This is it for now. See you next week. Goodbye.